Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new here. Today we're doing a holiday themed build with Christmas just under 10 days away as I'm recording this, which is just crazy to believe. So I thought we would do a little festive build, and today we're building Hillside Lodge, which I chose a 30 by 20 lot located in Copperdale. This lot is kind of secluded. It's kind of off the back. But it does overlook like the pier and the water and stuff. But I just loved how it's like surrounded by trees, but also water. So I thought it was like the perfect like snowy little spot to build once I do make it snowy anyways. I do build mostly in the green until it comes to like screenshots and stuff, just so I could see what it looks like in all seasons and not just snowy seasons. So with this lot, I did build it backwards. The front of the lot is actually the other way, but I am building the front of the lot towards the water and the pier only because I wanted it that way, and I wanted just the front of the lot to face that way only because you have nice views, and the back of the lot is really just kind of like trees and water. So I felt like that makes the most sense, having that be the back of the lot. So just figuring out the exterior kind of shape and layout. I did use this Adventure Awaits kind of log cabin-y wallpaper throughout. I used this kind of like wider one on the exterior, and then on the interior we used kind of like a smaller, narrow one. But there is a lot of adventure awaits in this particular build, as well as the modern retreat kit, some seasons, and of course sleek bathroom. But yeah, I just really love how this turned out. It's really kind of cozy and cute. As far as what your Sims can do here, this lot is normally a rental. But I switched to residential, so your Sims can actually own this lot and live here if they so choose. And as far as like holiday decorations, I didn't go super crazy. I mean, obviously the eaves of the house are decorated from the roofs, and there's a Christmas tree in the living space and like a wreath around. But like it isn't overly done. If you want it overly done, you can feel free to like add more and deck it out even more. But I just thought what was here was enough. The second floor, there's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom up here, and then there's kind of like a landing space, which is just a small like computer area. Though I did have to flip the computer around because when playtesting, it worked okay for my Sim to sit down at the computer, but then when they got up on the other side, and she was stuck on the other side of the computer, and I was like, why won't you go anywhere? Like there's like a little bit of space there, but I realized, yeah, I was like, okay, I gotta flip that the other way. So if you do notice that maybe in the screenshots that the desk is the other way, that is why. Putting together the dining room and kitchen now. This is like a combined space. And then there's a small room back where like the staircase goes up to the second floor, but that becomes a small little half bath with just a toilet and a sink in there. I thought it was important to have, and I figured this is like the perfect place right off the kitchen. Maybe not the best place, but there really wasn't any other place to put it unless I take away from like the living room, but I didn't really want to do that. The living room space and just the main living space is supposed to be like the feature of the build. And yeah, as far as beds, there is a like primary bedroom which has its own private little balcony, which is over the front of the house is what we'll call it. And then there is another bedroom with 2 single beds, because I tried to fit a double bed in there and just spacing wasn't going to do us any favors because of the size of the room. So yeah, building an external chimney here just for the beautiful modern fireplace, which came with the modern retreat kit. I love this one. I wanted to use it in a build like this. Even though it's not very lodgy looking, it is very modern looking, which is right up there with my aesthetic and my style. So love it. And yeah, this is where we kind of go all out. I didn't do any other wallpapering really, apart from some like stone accent walls here or there, which is the same stone on the chimney and just a little bit used on the exterior. It also matches the little foundation bits, which this house is built like kind of like 75% platform, which the game was not happy with. This is my second attempt at this particular lot because the first attempt I was nearly finished, and I went to go change a color on an object, and the game just disappeared. And I was like, okay, cool. and it had been a very long time since I had saved. So if you see me saving a lot in this particular build, that is why. I was just saving as often as I could because I was just afraid it was going to crash again with the platforms. It wasn't lagging as much today when I gave it a whirl. You know, like the other day it was lagging pretty badly, which was very unusual. But I mean, it does lag a bit when I use platforms, but this was like extreme. And I was like, okay, well, it's just platforms, you know, but no, there was clearly something going on there. But yeah. Anyway, if you do want to find this build, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. Here is the gallery listing. I just called it Hillside Lodge. And again, on the gallery, it is like, that is technically the front of the lot, which is the back of the house. But obviously, if I flipped it around the other way, so, you know, it's not the most flattering gallery photo. I wish we could kind of choose our own. But for some reason we cannot still, so it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, you can find it there. And again, I used 13 packs, and it's only 53,062 simoleons. So yeah, and again, built in Copperdale, just in case you forgot. But yeah, so just finishing up some windows on the primary bedroom, and then we do swap this bed out later. I do like this kind of log cabin kind of bed, but I swap it out for a seasons one instead, which I feel makes it look a bit more cozier in this particular space. As far as Sims news, let's see. December 11th, so Thursday, December 11th, last Thursday, The Sims released a new cast kit, which is a creator cast kit by Miko called Prairie Dreams, which is like cottagecore kind of clothing and outfits for your Sims, which are actually really nice. I feel like they go well with like cottage living, for example. So yeah, that's very nice. Make sure to check it out. And of course, use their creator code if you are picking up the new creator kit. But yeah, I'm also doing a giveaway until December 20th, 25. So as of recording this, there's still like a full week to enter over on my Instagram. So I will put a link in the video description below and a pinned comment just in case you want to enter that. So yeah, it's free to enter, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, happy to do the giveaway there and give away the kit. I did pick up the kit myself, purchased it because I didn't like, I don't know, I don't make content for kits, so I always feel like I have to make content, like if I get them from the creator network, but I don't want to do that. So that's kind of what I do. I don't want to use them. I don't know. I just don't do creative Sims. So I'm more of a builder. So if this was a builder's kit, absolutely. But you know, so yeah, I did purchase it and used Miko's creator code to support them. But yeah, so yeah, this is where the desk, I did originally have it flipped towards the window, but then I flipped it the other way, and yeah, my Sim got stuck over by the window side. So yeah, the desk does actually flip backwards in the end because yeah, playtesting was not my friend there. But yeah, trying to figure out what to put on this wall in the dining room. I do believe I find a like picture frame that's kind of sitting on like a shelf, which I think came with Modern Retreat, or no, it was the mudroom kit, I think. I used a couple of different kits and packs in here. Like this particular bag, I think, is from one of them. And I just kind of used Tool to kind of place it on the bench there. The boots are also, oh yeah, I think it's Grange mudroom. This also too, the coat thing by the entrance here. And yeah, I'm nearly finished with the build. I didn't film landscaping because landscaping, I mean, there is some like shrubbery and bushes and flowers and stuff, but it is pretty sparse and minimal because the build is basically a seasonal build, but you know, it still looks nice in you know, non-winter covered in snow kind of thing. But yeah, there really isn't too much to the landscaping. I did do some terrain manipulation around the house, just a little bit, to kind of make it look like there are some snow drifts when it does actually snow. But apart from that, yeah, it's pretty simple. And really, there wasn't a lot of space to do a lot of landscaping, so it is what it is. I also did put a fire pit outside, not that your Sims will utilize that in the freezing cold, but it is there. I didn't put any chairs around it because I just wanted to kind of make it like being winter and everything. They folded up the chairs and put them away. So yeah, I don't know if that's base game or if that came with Adventure Awaits though, that fire pit. Not quite sure. And in the kitchen, we do have the new kettle and the new blender that came with Adventure Awaits. So those new items are in there swapping out the bed and the rug there. But I think that makes the primary bedroom look quite nice. We are displacing some chairs and a couple little like the seating areas and balcony areas, but all in all, it's pretty much winding down. And then you'll get to see it fully finished and in game and covered in snow. I do also a night shot as well. So yeah, just finishing up some exterior holiday decorations. But here is the finished Hillside Lodge in all of its glory with holiday decorations all around and of course covered in snow. You can see what I mean, like the trees and everything. It's just so pretty. And then you have glimpses of the water, though you might not see that a whole lot. But this is the top-down floor plan. And then this is the front entrance, which again is the back of the lot. But I just feel like having the house face this way was much better. Also, when it comes to like lighting, you get a lot of beautiful light coming through the windows and everything. This is the living space, of course, with the tree already done up and decorated, though I believe you can change the decorations if you don't like the colors or whatever. This is the kitchen, pretty simple and minimal, not much to it. But yeah, it has everything your sim will need to cook some meals. And then this is the dining space. And then we move up to the hallway kind of study area. I did put the seasons decorations box right there, so your sims can actually change the decorations on the fences and the railings and the eaves of the roofs if you don't like the light choice. I went with icicles and the white ones because I just think they look pretty. And they kind of twinkle a little bit too, which is also nice. This is the upstairs bathroom, and then this is that secondary bedroom that your sims can use as well. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this little festive build. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I do thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with another build.